What do you think then? Do you think it's better me saying, and this is Mikey, rather than like, I'm Steven, I'm Mikey?
Yeah, you speak, you speak and it sounds a bit silly.
Don't make it cheesy.
Yeah.
In my bed, but just for a while. Truth is, you're not my usual style.
Right, I'm Steven, this is Mikey, and we're from The Chosen Lonely. I remember being with Leslie, who's now playing the drums actually, gosh, it's going back a while, but when Noel played Inverness,
Yeah.
I was with him, and because that was when I'd been mixing some of the first tracks under the Chosen Lonely banner when it was still just a solo thing, and I was trying to say indie, it was kind of like indie-tronica to him, but he misheard me. And he was like, did you say Indie-phoria? And I was like, I didn't, but I'm absolutely using that now.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Yeah, because I think it's like, it is quite
yeah, it's a bit of a mixture, I would say. Like, there's lots of different elements to it that I think people hear different angles from the songs, but there is a big sort of indie vibe to it though.
Totally, but I think it's got that kind of like a lot of its major keys and that, so I think that's where it's...
Yeah, upbeat.
I quite like that
happy
idea, euphoria kind of in it. It's like, yeah, happy. Well, I think I remember a lot of, say last year, we went out with a pretty different looking lineup of members, but there was a lot of venues and blogs touting The Cure as being quite similar to the sound then. So I think there is a bit of that. I think that's kind of that melodic, poppy side of indie probably that comes into it, and the kind of jangly riffs.
Yeah, I hear a lot of like sort of Stone Roses-y sort of vibes to it as well, and sort of like Sargent, you know.
Definitely
like,
Sargent.
Sargent's quite a big. I hear that a lot in it as well.
But I think this new, like the way it's feeling now, like we've got more guitars in the band, and I think there's definitely a rockier kind of edge to it.
100%.
I mean, you were at the show last
100%,
May,
yeah.
And I think now there's a bit more of a bite to it.
I remember saying that too. It was like, it needs another guitar. It could be more sort of fuller sounding.
Yeah.
Which I think the two guitars has done that. I think it's brought some of the songs to life a bit. Probably. Not that they didn't need brought to life.
No,
you know what I mean?
mean.
It's just sort of lifted them to another level.
Totally. Sargent, The Cure, and
what did
you think we settle on? You said Stone Roses.
I said Stone Roses. I think there's quite a sort of Stone Roses-y vibe to it. Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
That's a good question.
It is tough. I think
could actually be a handful, I reckon.
Totally.
Never Change Forever.
I mean, I feel
Charlton Lane.
Yeah, I feel like all of the ones that we're doing, like, we're starting to finally talk about dates for gigs, and I think the sort of provisional set that we're writing down for me kind of has all of the ones that I would probably want to be in there.
Yeah.
I think maybe for this new kind of feel to the band,
Girl from the Scene.
Girl from the Scene probably actually connect it all.
Yeah.
I think I was actually going to say Charlton Lane, but I think Girl from the Scene is like a middle of what it was like and what it's going to be like. It's probably got a good connecting tune.
That's my favourite one to play as well. I think that's a cracking tune. Really good. The Steven.
Well,
because thus far it's...
Well, yeah, I think that's the thing. Like, so far it's been, like, even before the change of members and stuff, it's kind of like a lot of these tracks have been there already, and it's like we're definitely bringing them to life in a totally different way. And I think that's what I've really enjoyed about the start of this year when we met up with everybody that's playing in the band now. It kind of has been like a fresh slate almost. I mean, obviously there's bits of the songs that are a bit more directed, but a lot of it has just been kind of, we've been playing them our way.
Yeah, just little subtle sort of changes and adding little bitties, because there's obviously there's more instruments now, so there could be more bits, you know.
Totally. So it's been tunes that, you know, essentially like on an acoustic guitar or on a piano or whatever, that it was written by myself. But then we've been talking about introducing a track that Mikey used to play in his first band,
Yeah.
And I think we're going to bring that in. Yeah, which is one of Mikey's tunes, and Leslie's got some stuff that he writes on his own, and
there's definitely more to come.
Yeah, we're definitely starting to
together.
open the door, and I think inevitably that will eventually lead to probably stuff being written together as well.
Yeah.
Well, there's 2 tracks that are kind of in the background at the moment. One of them sees the lineup of members that everyone would have last seen at Belladrum last year. They bow out on this track. It was the last thing that we did together, and I think it'll be kind of nice to let that see the light of day. That's going to be there probably in the next couple of months, and then there's another track that was put together during the sort of transition that's got a few guests come in for that. And so as the current lineup, we've not actually been in the studio together yet, but definitely think that there will be plans to do that in the pretty near future. Probably Girl from the Scene feels like that. Get a push towards that.
Needs to get recorded sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and I think, but it feels good, because like I said, we're starting to talk about dates for gigs. We actually announced today, on the day we're shooting this, that we've joined the lineup for a thing that I'm Out Events from the studio just down by the Longman, I'm Out Records. They're putting on a showcase thing over a couple of days at Anshomer, and we've joined the bill with that, and that's in October, but we're going to be out before then. We're just kind of crossing the T's, dotting the I's kind of thing on a date that I think will be out in August, probably do a few shows before then, and these 2 tracks are ready to go. So it's going to be, I think it's been nice. We've just been kind of being patient, enjoying the process of being back in a room together again and getting stuff ready for the live set. Yeah. But now we're getting itchy feet and we kind of want to start sharing it all with people. But it's going to be like immediately we're all of a sudden going to be sharing lots of stuff. So.
Yeah.
I think consciously, I would say we just happen to be in the Highlands. Yeah. But probably subconsciously it maybe does come into that a bit.
Yeah, maybe come into the writing a bit more, like things you're writing about, or
totally. And I did, like, my music roots kind of were in the more traditional Scottish kind of scene before I got into guitar music and everything. And I think, like, I was actually with Reese the other night, a mate of ours that isn't playing in the band, but I was showing him that new tune that I recorded with Darren. And one of the first things he said is like, oh, that riff's kind of got like a Scottish feel to it and that. And it's not something I consciously think of when we're writing it, but it probably does make its way in there, I think.
Yeah. Stumped me with that one, actually. There's so many it could potentially be.
I mean, I think I've got my one, I think. But it'd probably change every day that you asked.
Yeah. What's yours? Give me a bit of time.
Well, I'm probably gonna go Away with the Fairies by Sargent. Do you remember that one?
Yeah. That's a belt of a that's a really good tune. What song would I wish I'd written? The Master Plan. No Gallagher, Oasis, but yeah, that's one of my favourite songs ever.
I actually really like that one. What's that one that, bit of a surprise one, Holly Humberstone or something. There's a tune that she brought out in the last year. It hurts like that, it always does. To love somebody, to love somebody. To love somebody.
That bit's ringing a bell, but I can't think.
I think that's a pretty good tune. That's a pretty good tune. I don't know if I wish I wrote it, to be fair, but like it's a good tune. The Chosen Lonely.
Correct. Gyrojets.
Is that a decent shout? Yeah. Stick with that. That's the yeah.
Yeah, Gyrojets are class. Absolutely class.
Saves you upsetting anyone as well.
That's it.
Keep it local, I said. Inverness.
Does Belladrum count?
Yeah.
Kind of. Obviously the Ironworks, when the Ironworks was there playing it, that was always where you wanted to be, but obviously there's lots going on with that just now.
Well, you mentioning Belladrum there has got me thinking like maybe slightly controversial. I mean, last year the Chosen Lonely played, like we opened the Garden stage on the Friday, and obviously that was great, and it is, like, it was absolutely great, fantastic, and what was historically the main stage when we first started going to the festival and all that, so to play that was awesome. But I think the year before that, Saturday night in the Seedlands stage was, I don't know, the atmosphere was just electric. Like, Friday was great, but it is like everyone's still getting in. It was like 12 noon, everyone's still getting into it. 7:30 p.m. on the Saturday night in the Seedlands was a much more...
Be a cracking,
it was great.
Cracking set.
Definitely. I mean, we've not, like... We were at risk of probably becoming a bit of a synth pop band, but now we're like, it's like playing rock and roll.
Gone the other way than that.
Yeah, and it feels good. It feels good. I mean, I think... Because we were still toying with the idea of bringing in keys for quite a while at the start, but then we brought in that extra guitar, and it's definitely just, I don't know, it feels more like a band than it ever has. Like, obviously it was a band before, but there's just something, it's maybe like a chemistry thing or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's more like what our stereotypical sort of view of what a band is, you know, like
a bit more attitude in it, I think. Yeah, yeah. I don't know, maybe it'd be good to hear from, like, yourself more about the band and that.
Yeah, no, it's just because, as I said, like, I've always really liked Steven's music. I think you've got a great voice, not to be right up your arse, but you know what I mean? I've always really liked your tunes. I've always kind of just, not in a bad way, I always just thought, just wish there was another guitar and that, just to kind of beef it up a bit, because, like, the songs are, like, to me, kind of like sing-along sort of, like, summary songs, like, all sound like, just like it just needed something else, and I think they all sound really good now. Yeah. Not that they didn't before, but like it's just sort of come together, I feel.
It does feel
but
good.
Yeah, no, I've really enjoyed since coming in and started playing. And obviously playing with Leslie as well. Like, I was in a band years ago with Leslie, so and obviously been mates with Steven for a long time as well, so chemistry is good. We all enjoy it, we all enjoy each other's company, all like the music, we all believe in what we're doing, so.
And I think that's it does help a lot, you know, and it's like, you know, because I was kind of thinking, like, you could say, I know it sounds like a cliche thing to say, but this came into my head, it's like, Oasis are probably a large part of the reason that we all picked up guitars and that, like Leslie, yourself and me, you know, and then
100%.
And then obviously we all went with Reese, we all went down to Oasis to see them, when they were playing shows again last year. And then it was like 5-6 months later that we were in a room together playing again. Definitely. So it's like, although it's not like it was discussed that weekend, you could almost say it's like going down to that gig kind of got the fucking thoughts flowing.
Got the ball rolling again, kind of thing. Because I suppose, like, that definitely did when they got back together last year. It inspired everybody again a wee bit. It was just like, as you say, there'll be thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of people that started playing guitar because of them. You know, it's. And
I think I never told you this, but it was funny, like, because I've been trying to get Leslie on the go again, because I played in a band with Leslie as well, Ralia, and I remember I did that hospital radio thing.
We did that years ago as well.
But I did it just a few months ago, and I was saying in that, it's like, because I was palling about with Reese a lot that summer just before you all went out to Allness.
Yeah.
And then I went up to Plockton playing accordion and pipes and all of that, and then. I remember I used to watch yous and I would think, like, see if I hadn't gone to Plockton, maybe I'd have ended up in that band as well.
You would have been, 100%,
you know?
You'd have been in the band.
So it feels good to actually, like, it's like a full circle kind of thing.
Yeah,
to
definitely.
all be playing together just now. And when I met up with Leslie for a coffee, just after not long after I'd said to you, do you fancy getting a jam together sometime? And I can't remember if we'd met up and had, like, one acoustic jam, or if we were about to, like, a few days later.
Yeah.
And it was that day that Leslie was in Inverness, and he was messaging, like, everybody, like, was anyone free right now to meet up? And I was.
Aye.
And when I met him for a coffee, and I sort of said that we were getting a jam, and he's just like, what? Michael Duncan, you know, and he's like, and I told Reese that story, and Reese was like, that's like Liam and Noel getting back together for him, you know, it was like fucking, because that was kind of what seemed to give him the lift to be like, right, I'm going to actually get the drumsticks back on the go. And
it's really good to have Leslie as well. Really enjoying it, really enjoying all being back together again, so.